Coming up next to the lead of Gangotri Public School from New Delhi. They are going to present on the Awareness of Right to Education Act among the people of Srinagar. So, as you know, Right to Education Act was enacted in 2009 by the Government of India, and a lot of people still don't know about it. So these kids went out to the community and did a research on how many people know and how many people don't know about this act. So handing over to the team.
My father was unable to complete his education. This was because he don't have money and his parents also didn't allow him to study. When I got to know about these all things, I was always thinking how should I use some tools to support poor people's education.
The need for providing education to all children has been recognized by the Constitution since its adoption.
In the year 2002, a new Article 21A was inserted in the Constitution, which made free and compulsory education a fundamental right to all children in the age of 6 to 14 years.
Since we feel the importance of education and keep it at highest priority, hence we thought this topic to be researched on. So our topic is how many people in our community, Srinagar, are aware of right of children to free and compulsory education act.
We chose this topic because we thought that there are a lot of important things in this topic. For example, the school management committee. We thought that because of the school management committee, there are a lot of people in the school management committee members and they can help the school to give some opportunities to develop themselves, and they have the right to criticize the wrong work that the government schools are doing. The second is economical weaker section. Because of it, all the poor kids and the rich kids have the right and they have the opportunity to come together in the same school and study together. As our India is also known for unity. The third is adult education. As we all know that most of the people have the stereotype about the girls' education, and they always think that girls should not study as they should only do household work. The one is no detention until 8th grade. If someone fails before elementary school, that will be demotivating for him and his parents as well, which will make them not to study further in the classes. But because of Right to Education Act, they also have the right to study till 8, at least 8. The last, physical violence. As physical violence is going on in every school, mostly in every school, which is not considered as legal thing in our country. As those things the child can be also no concentration in studies, he will be harmful, that will be harmful for his life, as he can take some wrong steps as well. For example, he may do suicide also, which will be that will be dangerous for his life.
Can anyone guess what does this 40% represents? Yes, it is our hypothesis. Before doing this project, we think that in our community only 40% of people are aware of RTE Act. Can anyone guess what does this 26.5% represents? Reality. So this is the real percentage of the people who are aware of RTE Act. Our method was survey, and we choose our method survey because we thought that our topic needs to be answered in yes or no, which wasn't asking more details about it.
Because we could not survey all of the community, we surveyed the sample set of our community and we surveyed 192 people in our community.
As you all know that we have collected a lot of data, we are going to present 5 data points in front of you. The first is EWS quota. It is very astonishing that none of the schools are following EWS quota, include our school. And second is teacher training. We found that 27.78 teachers are not going for teacher training. And the third is physical violence. We found that 22.22% free for schools uses their ground for random things like parking or wedding other than educational things.
We found that in our community, most people don't know about RTA Act and they are unaware of the things in RTA. For example, EWS, economical vehicle section, teacher training, physical violence, fire safety, as well as school grounds should not be used for random things like wedding party.
We thought that we will take help of governments and NGOs to spread awareness about RTE Act in our community.
We can request government that they are not spreading awareness about RTA and we will request to spread it.
We are going to work with tools created by Pratham and access the level of kids in our community.
We are also thinking to go to media and we will give them the data that we collected, and media can publish those things on television or newspaper, which will be useful for other people to spread awareness. How many of you think that children are important in our life or human life? Yeah, mostly everyone. And the one who are not thinking, they should also think that they were always a child. They were all before in the childhood they were a child. Children are important in our life, and we should always provide them the things that they require, and we can give them those things through some educational stuff, because the thing that is their right, and right to education act is something through which we can provide them something very educational things that will come in their mind and will be useful for their life as well. Thank you.
I'd like to know how you came about this topic. What brought you to it? Because one of you said that your father was not educated. So how did you find out about the Right to Education Act?
I found that.
How did you come across the Right to Education Act yourself?
First of all, when I got to know about this, like my father experience, first of all, I shared with my friends as well, and they also have some type of things in their mind as well, as they have seen a lot of things in their own communities and neighbors as well, and maybe in their families. So we thought that our community is something where this topic is needed to be surveyed. So we thought that we should survey, we should do this topic, research for this topic in our community, which may help the poor people or the community people who are unaware of RTE Act.
Right, I'm just asking you something specific, which is if you find out that your parents are not educated and you want to find out how many are or not educated, that will be an instant response. The interesting thing for me is that finding out about this lack of education made you think about the Right to Education Act. That's something most people like you found don't know about. How did you get to know about it?
We got to know about Right to Education Act by when we already knew about this act before doing this research, as we have learned about this topic from before only. And we thought that we can improve. We went in details about this topic when we thought for the education of people. The people who are child laborers are there in our community also. So we when observed them, we thought that education is required for them. And for education, to provide them education, we thought something is required, and that was something that we already knew, right to education. Then we went in details about it by reading a lot of books.
Your abstract said that you conducted the project through the classes taken by our teacher. So did the teacher tell you about this act?
First, our teacher taught us about how to do the things, how to do research, and he gave some ideas, but he gave some things what we can read about, and we read it.
Okay, fine. I just wanted to ask you. You said that your hypothesis was that 40% would know about the act. on what, why did you choose 40%? Why 40? Why not 60? Why not 10? Why not 20? Why 40?
We asked in our group as well as class that what do you think about RTA and how many people could know. But the most people say that below 50% people will know about RTA. That's all.
So it was like a hunch.
Right, thank you. The first comment in generally an abstract or even in an entire paper, whenever you give an acronym like RTE, at the first point of mention, you should give the expansion. So you should say right to education, then in brackets RTE, and thereafter you can just use the acronym RTE. So that's something to keep in mind across the board. Now, let's go to the act itself and consider this for a moment. You said that your hypothesis all deals with the right to education. Main things you looked at, for example, were aspects like physical violence or utilization of school grounds for purposes other than those that were educational. Do these appear in the Act as written, or are they separate? If so, while those are important aspects to consider, how do they tie into your question?
It's in the Act.
Including
Yes.
and also the using the ground for that's what I want to know. So
It does clearly say that whatever the facility is to list the facilities.
okay. No
It
question.
goes down to the RAM. You have to,
Really?
Oh, yeah. The Act goes down to whether, because it's inclusive, and so if it's inclusive, you have to have a RAM.
Really?
Oh, yeah. The Act is very detailed.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah. Right, you've looked at this as just a group of 4, or did you do this as a class project? How did this project get actually executed? Who did the research?
We 4% did the research and survey all of our community.
So the 190, the sample was surveyed by 4. Okay, you've got something really interesting there about teacher training. What was the question that you asked about teacher training?
The question was that did you go for teacher training or not?
So, were you asking teachers? How many teachers were in that 190?
I think 20 or 25.
35 teachers.
18 or
20.
Thanks.
Okay, I just have a thing to point out. Your research question was how many people in Selampur are unaware of the RTE Act, whereas your findings specify how many of them are aware. I think, I suppose it's just a mistake, but you need to keep that in mind, because then your figures would be misrepresented. If you're saying your question as unaware and your answer is how many of them are aware, but otherwise good presentation.
Any questions from the audience?